Luis Luna is joining us right now. Co-main event LFA 28, December 8th in Dallas, Texas, against the Leech Damon Jackson. How you doing, sir?
Doing great. How about yourself, man?
I'm doing well. We're catching up with you here at Latrell MMA. Came out to Albuquerque for a little training. I know you do this each camp. So tell us about this camp. What's it been like?
This camp's been, we kind of throwing everything together real quick. And planned on fighting in December, and it kind of didn't fall through. So, of course, I always try to stay as ready as possible. But came down here, just get a good look at some good top game, best place in the world to train here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Can't beat the level of competition, the lifestyle of fighters. We all spend the holidays up here. This is what we do for a living, and it's just where I need to be here, and that's where I always go come to get prepared for my camps, and best way to prepare for a fight, just come up to Albuquerque. You can't beat the scenery.
Now, Damon Jackson, a big name. He's been in the UFC before. What do you think of this matchup?
I'm ready for it, man. It's gonna be tough. I'd fought him before. I kind of fell short last time by submission. He was still kind of new, and I didn't respect his ground game as much as I should have. I feel I was taking the fight pretty well, and like I said, he caught me in the second. I didn't respect his ground game, but I've got it on point, and I've seen him submit a couple of my other boys, and I'm looking to make a comeback and get this one back for sure.
So, do you prepare for the same kind of guy, or do you think he's changed over the years a lot?
I think he is. Like I said, I believe he's still somewhat the same kind of fighter, and he's still going to have the same kind of plan coming at me kind of deal. But once again, like I said, now that he's submitted so many other great fighters and he's been in the UFC, I've got the respect and the definition towards the first time I fought him. I didn't give his ground game no credit, and it ended up biting me in the ass. But I mean, every fight's anything can happen kind of deal, and I'm always prepared for the worst. I'm always working on everything. I don't work a specific style in my fight game, so I'm just always touching up everything and just looking for the best way for the win. That's all I plan on doing.
So the first time you basically underestimated him, thought you'd be able to walk through him?
Yes, sir. Yes. We knew he had a tough wrestling game, but like I said, the jiu-jitsu kind of caught me off guard, and like I said, you can't underestimate anybody in this game, and that's something I've learned throughout the years. It was 4 or 5 years ago when I fought him. I'm a lot more mature. I've got a lot more respect for all kinds of fighters, and just working on everything as usual, and just looking for the sneaky submission kind of game that I know he's coming for. He's gonna try to clinch up, get me down, and use the same kind of plan. But like I said, man, it's a fight. Anything can happen. So I plan on making it go my way.
You're on a 2-fight win streak. Tell us how you've been feeling and how the momentum has been building.
It feels great, man. I'd been off for a good almost year and a half, almost 2 years off, and it's not because the lack of me wanting to fight. I just been having difficulties getting in the ring kind of deal. But as always, I feel fresh, and I'm fresh inside the ring kind of feeling, you know. I know there's no ring rust situations or anything like that to worry about. I'm just confident it's hell, and this one match will be at 55, and sometimes 55ers I have a little more trouble. I'm really a 45er, but Damien as well is fought at 45, so I feel great about the matchup being at 55, so I can use more power to shake off the wrestling attempts and overpower him in the submission game, and that's how I plan on getting on top on this one.
Where do you find the advantage in this fight?
The advantage is just I know I got more fight than Damon. He's a hell of an athlete. He's really skilled, but when it comes down to the dog fight, man, I'm gonna do what it takes. I'm gonna make it a mean, ugly fight, and just make it something that he's uncomfortable with, and that's the exchanges. Like I said, I feel strong as hell right now. I'm walking around still at 170, and I believe I'm gonna be able to shake his wrestling off and make him fight that dirty fight that he always tries to avoid.
You exceed in the brawl. We've seen a lot of your wins come by decision. Why is that your kind of fight? Why do you excel there?
I just, like I said, I'm naturally, I have no background in this. I've never wrestled. I'm not belted nowhere in jiu-jitsu. I've never really done any, any specific type of fighting. I came into this MMA business as a do or die kind of situation every time I get in there, and the best advantages in a fight are being unpredictable, and I think that's what helps me succeed the most, is just throwing people off. For instance, I myself in my last fight, I thought this was going to be more of a standing up kind of situations and striking, and the guy knocked me on my butt pretty early in the round, and I popped right back up, and we clinched up, and I started wrestling him down, and I kept him on the ground the whole three rounds pretty much, and like I said, it was plenty enough for a good win. So like I said, I mean, sometimes it's hard to bite that. You want to have an exciting fight, but at the end of the day, you have to win, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You lose, it's just always downhill. So whatever it takes, that's what I got to do, and that's what I will do.
What is it inside of you that attracts you to competition, that attracts you to this fight game?
I think it's just the feeling of what I should be doing, something about, just the competition, the raw competition of man against man. And it's like, people always told me fighting's not worth it kind of deal, but to me, when I walk outside and I go outside or I go out or I go to the store, any kind of situation, it's always on my mind, and it's the most beneficial thing in life to me. It's money can't. I would take respect over money any day, and people who approach me in situations like that, they must give me their respect, because I've dedicated my life to this, and to me, it's the most important thing I can do, is being able to defend myself to the best ability, and that's always the number one thing in life.
LFA 28, how do you get your hand raised?
I feel it's gonna take to the second or third round, but just like I said last time, I stayed on him a little too much, and he clinched up too much. So I feel I have to stay away and keep him at distance, and pick my shots kind of deal, and not wear myself out, and I believe I can finish him with a TKO in the third round. That's what I'm feeling.
Louis Luna, thank you for the time, sir.
Appreciate you.